sheriff says the search for Alexis Murphy is a massive one. Investigators have surveillance video of her here at this Liberty gas station.
A piece of the puzzle, but not all of the answers.
If you can hear me, we're coming for you.
Are there other clues that will help this desperate family find their loved one? I'm Autumn Kalika, and this is the mysterious disappearance of Alexis Murphy. It's the summer of 2013. Daft Punk and Pharrell were getting lucky, and 17-year-old Alexis Murphy is excited for her senior year of high school. Although social media wasn't as big as it is today, Alexis is making a name for herself online.
This is a shot of Alexis's own Twitter feed. She has 11,000 followers on Twitter alone. Alexis has a sense of humor adored by all, oftentimes referred to as a fashionista, and she's a star volleyball player. On August 3rd of 2013, Alexis tweets, "Bergbound." She was heading to Lynchburg, 34 miles south of where she lives in Shipman, Virginia, at her grandmother's house. The day's plan? To do some back-to-school shopping. She borrows her dad's white Nissan and heads out. And in Alexis fashion, she keeps her followers updated, tweeting, "I actually look cute right now at 5:40 p.m. Everything that day seems normal. Until Alexis's grandmother, Gail Taylor, wakes up and notices the light she had left on for Alexis earlier that day is still on. It's 1:20 a.m. the next day. Alexis was supposed to be home by midnight. So Gail calls Alexis's mother, Laura, who's working a graveyard shift. She hadn't heard from Alexis either. So she calls Alexis's dad, Troy, next. Remember, Alexis took his car to go shopping that day, but Troy hadn't been in contact with Alexis since earlier in the day. That's when a missing person report is filed for 17-year-old Alexis Murphy.
Investigators spent Monday searching for Alexis by air and combing her neighborhood, looking for answers.
Completely out of character for her. If she was going to miss her curfew or be late for her curfew, she would have called and said, "I'm going to be late."
We're going through tips that have come in overnight. We're also asking for the public, if they have seen anything, to please contact us through the Nelson County Sheriff's Office. No matter how small it is to them, it could be a valuable piece of puzzle for us.
We really have got to get her home. Our family is just struggling with this, and we really do need the public to come forward with any information that you may have.
3 days after Alexis left to go shopping, investigators catch a break in the case.
Between 6 and 8 p.m. Saturday, investigators say Alexis was at this Liberty gas station. They have surveillance video of her here, but now they're asking anyone along Route 29 that may have similar video to please come forward.
After reviewing hours of CCTV footage from the gas station, it's no surprise that several people were caught on camera. Investigators now had the difficult task of locating and questioning all of the people at the gas station at the same time as Alexis. Then, the next day, a bombshell. The car that Alexis was driving the day she went missing is found. Her dad's white Nissan is discovered in a movie theater parking lot, a little over an hour away in Albemarle County. Nearby surveillance footage shows someone leaving the car. Could this be what leads to Alexis's safe return?
You know, all hoping for the best and praying for the best and really want her home.
Sadly, the footage is so grainy that the person in the video just can't be identified. It leads to a dead end. Investigators then reevaluate the CCTV footage from August 3rd, and they notice Alexis is seen briefly talking to a man. So they head to that gas station and interview the clerk. And the clerk remembers Alexis.
Just said hi, and she asked for her gas, and I gave her her change back, and she said bye, and I said have a nice day. She seemed fine, smiling, happy like always. Nothing out of the ordinary.
The clerk also remembers that man. How could she not? She said he had a huge Daffy Duck tattoo on his neck and drove a camo Suburban. So on August 7th, the man with the Daffy Duck tattoo on his neck is identified as 48-year-old Randy Taylor. Now that they've got a name, investigators head to Randy Taylor's property. He invites them into his camper and lets them look around. And when asked, he claims he never saw Alexis Murphy at the gas station. While investigators are inside the camper, they notice something sparkling on the floor. It appears to be a studded earring or a nose ring. More probing uncovers a broken nail and a strand of black hair they say is consistent with an African-American female. Now, all their findings are collected as evidence and sent for DNA testing. In the meantime, some of the community speaks up for Taylor, like his former boss.
I have a beauty queen for a daughter. She's 19 years old. She's Miss Virginia, United States. Never had a problem with him. He was in a room with her a week and a half ago before all this happened on Friday night, the day before the girl went missing. Never acted inappropriate, never did anything inappropriate.
5 days go by and still no sign of Alexis, but her family remains hopeful.
I need to be here because I just know at any moment a phone's going to ring and they're going to tell me that they found her.
That same day, investigators find another CCTV camera in the gas station parking lot. But this one is pointed in a different direction, which gives them a new vantage point. And they see something they didn't see before.
We could rule out what I'm sure a lot of people had in their mind and a lot that I've been reading on social media. You know, maybe she just ran away, maybe she doesn't want to be found. And as a family, we've always known that that was not the case.
That new footage shows Alexis in her dad's white Nissan following Taylor's camo Suburban. They're seen driving out of the gas station along Route 29 towards Randy's camper. On August 11th, the fingernail, jewelry, and hair strand collected from Taylor's camper that were sent for testing, they're all a positive match to Alexis Murphy. FBI investigators then head to Alexis's house to talk to the family.
So we knew something big was gonna happen.
An arrest has been made, and a man has been charged with abduction and the disappearance of Alexis Murphy. Sources tell me that man's name is Randolph Taylor.
While narrowing in on a suspect is a step forward, Alexis is still missing. And now that Taylor's been arrested for the abduction of Alexis, his story changes. Suddenly, he remembers seeing Alexis with another guy, a guy Taylor says he can lead detectives to. And I bet you're wondering, well, what's that guy's name? Damian Bradley. Taylor says Alexis and Damian visited him in his camper to buy marijuana, and that they had beers and hung out for a while and were laughing, which could explain why some of Alexis's belongings were in his camper. So, Bradley's questioned. While he admits to knowing Alexis, Bradley says he was not with her. So who's telling the truth? Turns out Bradley has a rock-solid alibi. He was actually in Alabama with his father during the weekend Alexis went missing.
Everybody was waiting for poor Damian Bradley, who, now I hope he can go on with his life and people can stop talking about him.
The focus now is back on Taylor. When federal agents get another search warrant for Taylor's camper, they make another shocking discovery. Under the couch, they find a t-shirt, black hair extensions, and a set of artificial eyelashes. The shirt matches the one Taylor was wearing the day Alexis went missing. And there was a bloodstain on the back of the shirt.
Surveillance images shown in court show Randy Taylor holding the door for Murphy. The cashier working that day said Taylor didn't buy gas, but was parked at the pump beside Murphy's car. Now, that cashier and another store employee both testified that Taylor would regularly back into a parking space there in the parking lot of the store and would watch teenagers hanging out there in the parking lot. They say it was creepy.
It certainly doesn't bring the closure that we need because the only thing that can do that is finding Alexis.
In January 2014, Taylor was indicted on charges of first-degree murder, first-degree felony murder, and abduction with intent to defile. An unrelated charge of larceny was added as well. Taylor was offered a deal against the family's wishes.
We were not willing to bargain with him. I'm not bargaining with a murderer.
Investigator Billy Mays testified that it was Randy Taylor who kept bringing up the Liberty gas station. Investigators say that Taylor is seen on surveillance video there on August 3rd, the same day that Alexis Murphy disappeared, at the same time as Alexis Murphy is seen on that video.
When I look at him, I just see a monster. I just see evilness.
The prosecution offered Taylor a deal to serve 20 years in exchange for him leading them to Murphy's body. He refused.
He knows. He knows exactly where my daughter is at. And I just wish he just could just go ahead and tell us where she at.
Testimony and evidence are stacked against Taylor. On May 8th, 2014, he is found guilty. There are two big charges against him: first-degree murder in the commission of an abduction, and abduction with the intent to defile. This means committing a sexual offense against someone against their will.
Taylor tried to cut a last-minute deal, saying that he would take 20 years in prison in exchange for information leading to Alexis Murphy's body, all while remaining adamant that he did not kill her. Well, Judge J. Michael Gamble obviously didn't buy it. A murder conviction with no body, a family with no closure. The jury has spoken, but will Randy Taylor ever say where Alexis Murphy is?
On July 23rd, 2014, Randy Taylor was given 2 life sentences. But what about Alexis's body? Would it ever be found?
For 7 years, so many have wondered what happened to 17-year-old Alexis Murphy.
No one gave up.
Now, almost a decade later, we finally have some answers.
We begin tonight at 6 with a breaking update in the Alexis Murphy case. Investigators say the killer led police to Murphy's grave.
While in state police custody, Taylor was brought to the intersection of Route 29 and Stage Bridge Road in Lovingston. Taylor then allegedly led police onto private property and uncovered Murphy's remains.
The community is rocked by the news.
I just think it's really good that they finally found her so her family can put her to rest and they can be at ease, because that must have been horrible, them not knowing for all these years.
The Nelson County Commonwealth's attorney says he did not negotiate with Alex's killer.
Murphy's family issued a statement saying they hoped she would be found alive, but say, quote, "Alexis was the fashionista, athlete, and joker of our family. We were blessed to have loved her for 17 years, and her memory will continue to live on through us all."
The Virginia State Police said they did not negotiate with Taylor in return for leading them to her remains. Every time I think about this case, I wonder what exactly made him want to talk. It wasn't like he was ever going to see the light of day. Maybe guilt? Or did he want the recognition from his peers on the inside that he was just as evil as they were? Believe it or not, Alexis's aunt said she's found closure and forgiveness since the horrific event. Visiting the spot where Alexis's remains were found actually helped her find that peace. Could you forgive someone who took a loved one from you? Let me know in the comments. I'm Autumn Kalika, and this has been The Mysterious Disappearance of.